What's up, guys? It's me again, Christian Rodriguez, and today I wanted to talk about just a bit of an update. So, I started working with my second client for my AI automation agency, and something that I realized, right? This might resonate if you're an entrepreneur. Maybe if you're a first-time entrepreneur, but you're a seasoned entrepreneur, this might resonate with you. Um, if you've never, if you're thinking about starting a business, this may be something that may be valuable to you. So, because you might face this in the future, right? You're definitely going to face something like this in the future. But when you start working with a client, right, you start, like you have a project done. All suddenly, you start prioritizing like more stuff, right? Because like I'm focusing on not only business stuff, and I'm focusing on self improvement stuff as well, like the gym, studying French, educating myself, reading, like positive things like that, creating content. And that's the thing. As soon as I had that client, I was just like, oh shit, I have to get this project done. And I gave myself about 4 days, not even 5 days. I gave myself 4 days to get it done, like as a deadline. Like at least get the first version of it done. I'm not gonna get in detail because I could do that in my channel, talk about my other channel to talk about more about AI automation. But basically I was doing a build for someone and it's still not done. I finished the first version. It's still not done, but I noticed that I dropped fucking everything. Like it was just like I felt stressed out. Like I was freaking out. Low key, I was like, I don't want to say I was freaking out, but I was. It was more stressful, right? And I remember I barely worked out. Like I still went to the gym every day. I still worked out, but it was more effort because I felt like I couldn't relax. Felt like I couldn't do anything else but this work, right? I ended up what else? What else did I end up skipping? I ended up not creating content, right? I ended up not posting and on social media because I was focusing on just the building for business, right? I even like there were some days that I had to just cram French like right before bed, right? To keep the habit alive. But yeah, no, it's I think this is just the type of stuff you have to deal with the business. I dealt with this in a smaller scale. I think there's definitely going to be a bigger scale of this once I start dealing with more clients, right? Then I'm going to have to build better systems for my processes, right? And that's the thing that I'm realizing right now is that I just have to get, it's almost like building a muscle, right? You have to get used to curling 10 pounds, then you get good at curling 20 pounds, then you get stronger with 30 pounds, right? Right now, I'm curling with just 10 pounds, right? Dealing with a client, right? But then there's entrepreneurs who are managing people who are managing other clients and they're working with 20 different clients at the same time, right? Maybe it's not them, it's them and their team. But I'm not there yet. So I'm starting it from scratch. And part of the reason why I started this channel too is because I kind of want to document my journey. I want to document that it's not it's not all rainbow and butterflies, right? Being an entrepreneur, even starting off as an entrepreneur, it's not the same. It's not like what people display on social media, like Lamborghinis, penthouses, and there's a time and place for that. But the guys, they show you, they make it seem like entrepreneurship is easy and it's just all sunshines and rainbows. It's not. It's really not. There's going to be cold, dark days. There's going to be days that you're going to have to do some boring, repetitive shit. There's going to be days that you're not going to want to bother. There's going to be days you're just not going to want to be bothered. You're going to have to speak with people. You're going to have to face rejection. You might even this hasn't happened yet, but of course I know entrepreneurs deal with it. You might get someone that says that your product is shit for some whatever reason. That's something that's out of your fault, right? I've heard of this from friends. Um, what else? You're gonna have to deal with people not understanding you. That's probably the biggest factor of it, right? People are just not gonna understand. The average person is not gonna understand. The average person has a job, so you struggling maybe figuring out how to get your first client or how to get your first 5 clients, how to build a pipeline so inbound leads keep coming in. That takes forever. That takes time. That takes effort. That takes a lot of that just takes a lot of work that's not going to be noticed until stuff is happening, right? Until it all compounds. That's probably the difference behind it. And yeah, it's not going to be it's it's not going to be rainbows and butterflies, but it's all worth it at the end, right? Like if you're made for it, if you're cut out for it, if that's something that you really, even after watching this video and I'm talking about all the negatives of it, and you still feel like I don't give a fuck, I'm still going to do it, then you are meant for it. But if you're like, oh, that sounds like too much work, then honestly, you should probably just click off the video because it is. It's going to be more work. It's going to be more work than it's going to be far more work, right? You're probably going to start off making a lot less money than everyone you know. You're probably going to you have to lower your status. You're probably not going to be buying nice clothes. You're probably not going to be driving nice cars. You're probably not going to be going on as many dates. And it's the truth. You're not. You're going to have to sacrifice just about everything, right? You're going to have to sacrifice all the bullshit. You're going to have to sacrifice all the drama. You're going to have to sacrifice social life. You're probably going to have to sacrifice like fun stuff, right? Like you probably can't watch every NBA game, right? You probably can't sit down and watch all the basketball games. Football's not tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Sunday. Football Sunday is going to be on. You can't sit down and just watch all the NFL games up until Sunday Night Football, right? And then Monday Night Football. You just can't do that like you did before. Like I don't even have a TV. That's the thing. I don't even have a TV. I don't have a TV. I go to networking events, and there's some networking events that I've been frequenting, so I start recognizing the same people. And same with the gym. I recognize the same people. But besides that, I don't really have a social life. I don't really talk to people. And that's the truth. This is the dark truth that no one like talks about when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't reached like the success that I want yet, but I've been working on this for like years, right? Like so I started doing this in July, but even before that, I had other failures that I've tried, right? And I'm telling you right now, it is not everyone's cup of tea, right? It just isn't. It's not everyone's cup of tea. But the payoff is much greater. It's far greater, right? The payoff is something else. If you fucking do this work and you do what it takes to reach it, the payoff is just something else, right? And that's what I'm working towards because I understand that, right? And that's the thing. It's not going to be there's uncertainty. I think that's the issue. I think that's what people like can't handle. And I agree with it. There's some days that I just can't deal with the uncertainty. I don't want to deal with it. But I make myself do it, or sometimes I'll go on a walk or I'll go to the gym just to clear my head. But the thing is most people aren't willing to make the sacrifice, right? And I've heard Brandon Carter say this in his YouTube channel. If you don't sacrifice your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. And I completely agree with him. You have to make some sort of sacrifice. Like I'm thinking of it in my case, I'm 28. I'm a man, I'm a 28. If there's a time I'm going to sacrifice, it's now. It's in my 20s. Not I don't want to be doing this deep into my 30s. I don't want to be doing this in my 40s. It's now is the time to do it. Right? And yeah, if you're thinking about doing something like this, the younger you are, the better. The older you are, I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's harder. yeah, it's it's just different. It's not like a job, right? And people who hype it up on social media and make it seem like it's Lamborghinis and yachts, and you're you're sitting at a fucking upscale cafe on your laptop, uh, talking about how you were a digital nomad in Thailand. No, that's not what it is. That's I'm sure you could build systems and set it up that way, but in the beginning that is not even close to what it is. Just remember that. Yeah, no, I guess I guess if you really want to do this, then and you watch this video and you still want to do this, then you're meant for it, right? You're meant to go through this. You know what you're getting into. You know you're going to be going through a fucking storm of shit, right? And that's perfectly fine. Then go for it. I go for it, and I wish the best for you. Seriously. But if you think it's too much work, then yeah, I recommend you get a job. But yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about my journey because this is it's it's not like anything else that you're gonna do, right? If you go for entrepreneurship. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm gonna keep creating more content. Subscribe and take care.